Welcome back, everybody, to part 3. That's right, Pro-Am supplemental wiring harness. Alright, I started my install. I followed the instructions. Let's see. Yeah, we read this. There are all these steps. I followed all the steps. Okay. Not bad. Alright, just read it and you should be have no problems. Alright, we put the wires from the supplemental harness, which is connector C, into A and B, okay, and that's how we did it. And then we secured the harness, supplemental harness, this is it, to the main harness. We followed along where the main harness runs, see it, all the way through. Okay, nice, nice. We did the transmission harness. Still have a few more things to do up here. This is for the automatic transmission. I'm not using an automatic transmission because I don't have one. Okay, so we gotta put those in some heat shrink and make sure that they're not touching and make sure they're secure. So usually we do like double or sometimes triple heat sink. Heat sink. So we'll finish that. There's our connectors, flex fuel, and I believe one is for the fuel pressure sensor. All right. So there you go. Hey, a couple of tips. When you put in the transmission harness, that's this harness over here, okay? You want to connect it to the old harness and pull it through. I don't know if you'll find it easier pulling it up or pulling it down, but I highly recommend that you tie it onto the old harness and pull it through, okay? So that's one tip. All right, tip number 2. What I did is, for the supplemental harness, I took out the original grommet here for the main harness and I cut some holes in the top of it and I fished these 2 lines through, okay? That worked for me. Don't know if you can see that well. Let's see if I can get some light on it, but that's what I did and that's what worked for me, okay? If you have another way of doing it, great. Please share. This is where I left off. And I'm going to have some lunch, but the last thing I did was I tied the ground of the supplemental harness. Let's see if you can put a little bit more light on that. And I tied it to my main EFI ground. All right, so that's where I did my soldering, and I'm going to cover that up with some wire loom and harness wrap, and that should look really nice. And then after lunch we'll finish wiring up the rest of this system. Okay, thank you very much, and stay tuned for part 4.